I was actually going to sign with them, and I shelled out $100 to do the application and the setup fees and didn't even go with them. Hey guys, it's your girl Adriana, and welcome back to my channel, Real Life with Adri. I'm actually taking my channel into a new direction. So I am going to be talking about real estate for the most part. So it's going to be geared towards new agents and also people who want to buy homes and need to know the ins and outs of that. And to kick it all off, drum roll please, finding your perfect brokerage. Finding the brokerage that's right for you. I can just tell you right off the bat that I have been licensed for a month and I've already been with 2 brokerages and it's been crazy. So I want to help you guys not have to go through that and know exactly what to look for when researching brokerages and figuring out exactly where you want to hang your license. So let's jump right into it, okay? So most people, if they're really serious about getting into real estate, are going to start looking for a brokerage when they're in real estate school still. My real estate school, or the course that I took to get licensed in real estate, was the 60 hours that I needed. So it was 60 hours, but it was an expedited, sped up 3-week course. Okay, I know a lot of schools do it in like 8 weeks or something like that. My particular school did it in 3 weeks. So that was awesome because I have a short attention span. So probably after the first week, I was meeting with a different brokerage, probably like 2 or 3 brokerages a week. Okay. So I interviewed quite a few and it got confusing, to be honest, because I went into the whole process knowing exactly who I thought I wanted to go with and ended up not going with them at all. But it gets confusing because they all sound so similar. The things they're going to offer you, the business model that the brokerage is using, they're all going to be super similar, and you really just have to go off of faith and the feeling in your gut that you get when you sit down and speak to these brokers and these people who are trying to recruit you. That's going to lead me to the next part. You know, it's a paradigm shift, okay, when you are getting into real estate and when you're looking for a brokerage, because most people, if you were anything like me, have been working jobs where I am the employee, okay? So I'm going into this thing thinking, okay, I have to impress them. I have to make them like me. I have to get them to hire me. When really, you are interviewing them, okay? That is the big thing. You are interviewing the brokerage. You want to know where you're... Let me slow down because I'm probably losing you guys. The brokerage is just a place where you can legally do business, okay? That's all it is. Like, they're going to keep your license there and say, we vouch for whatever this particular agent does. Now, that is going to be the level... The amount of things that the brokerage that you choose offers you is going to be based off of, you know, what you choose. Some brokerages are, you know, no fees, no caps, no, you know, a very minimal split, low monthly fees, but you get nothing. You get no marketing help. You get no classes, no training, no help with your contracts, no transaction coordinators, none of that. You do everything on your own, and they're just literally a place where you can say my license hangs. Some people like that, and I can say that probably works well for people who are seasoned, who have been in the business for a while. For me, that was not something that I was willing to do. Really, Nova? I guess he wants to say hi too. Say hi, Novi. Well, goodbye now. Then you have brokerages on the complete opposite spectrum, where they want a higher split and your cap is higher and your monthly fees might be a little pricey, but they're giving you a desk, an office, printer paper, business cards, marketing material, classes galore, mentors, training. So you have to decide what your money is worth, okay? And what you're looking for in a brokerage. Are you a self-starter and you don't really need training? You feel like you can go online and watch YouTube videos like mine and figure out what you need to know, and you can feel like you can handle it on your own? By all means, you do you, boo. But if you feel like you're someone like me who, I want to take my time and I'm going to spend whatever I need to spend to get the knowledge that I need so I can go forth and just be super, super productive, then you need to find a brokerage who's going to do that for you. So I am currently with EXP, but I want to go back and actually tell you guys the whole ordeal and how it all started, right? So, and excuse me if I'm hopping around. I'm actually really passionate about this topic because it has been a huge area of contention for me getting my career started, and I feel like it has really kind of slowed me up. But here I go, okay? So, like I said, I went to the super sped up real estate school, which was awesome. I passed my PSI, which I don't know if it's called different things in other states, but here in Virginia, the licensing test is called the PSI. I took my PSI, the national and the state portion, passed them both on the first try. Cool, great, blessed, yay. And prior to that, so, guys, bear with me. So while I was in school, I was, like I said, interviewing brokerages. I interviewed Chantel Ray, which is a local company in my area. A young lady, she started, well, not young, but whatever, a lady. She started her own brokerage, and it has really blown up, and you see them everywhere. And I just love the fact that it was a woman-owned brokerage, and it was small time, cozy, you know, people can really help me. That's what I was thinking, right? And it probably was the case, but I found out that something that I thought I was going to want was actually going to hinder me. So Chantel Ray, and I don't know if they still do, don't quote me, they've actually changed their name to Canzel, but I thought, well, they told me they were going to give me leads. When I heard that, I was like, that's awesome. Like, I'm going to have people coming straight to me. Like, that's great. But the thing that you don't realize is they are going to take so much more from you with that transaction that it's not even going to be worth doing the transaction by the time you're done with it. And what I mean by that, and again, don't quote me, I didn't go with this company, so I'm not sure. This was a while ago, but I believe their split was 70-30. When you take a lead from them, that split then goes down to 60-40. So you're only getting 60% of the commission that you make off of this transaction. So it's really like, okay, you just gave me a lead, but you're just gonna really just kind of take it back and use me as your workhorse, which is fine, you know. Like, if you don't feel like you're someone who, you know, is a self-starter, I don't want to say that because I don't want to, you know, isolate anyone or talk down on anyone. But if you do feel like you need a little bit of help in that area, that might be something that you're interested in, a company that will give you leads. For me, it was not. I really, really wanted to test myself, and I wanted to test my prospecting ability, and things of that nature. Also, and you would think this would be a good thing, and I guess it is, but it just for some reason gave me like cheap brokerage vibes, like, you know, like not really a great company. because they weren't a realtor company. They didn't require you to be a realtor or be associated with a realtor association. And to me, that looked kind of cheesy. Like, why don't you require us to be realtors? Like, it's kind of low bar. Even though I get it, like, they're trying to make their company more accessible to people like me, you know? Realtor dues are not cheap. They go from anywhere from $600 to $1,400, and that depends on your area. So, you know, it is a plus, but at the same time, I'm just thinking, like, you know, would I trust it if I was a consumer that, you know, my agent wasn't a realtor? So that was the first reason that kind of, that was the first brokerage I interviewed with, and I kind of kicked them off of my list, even though they were my first choice at the beginning. And actually, when I went in there that day, they were the first choice, and I was actually going to sign with them, and I shelled out $100 to do the application and the setup fees and didn't even go with them. You don't want to make those mistakes. You don't. Like, I'll give you the number at the end, okay? But so that was the first company that I interviewed with, and then I went and interviewed with Howard Hanna. And Howard Hanna, I really did like them. And when I was actually picking a brokerage, it was between them and another brokerage, which I'll get to in a second. But I really, really did. The ladies the broker at the particular office, I loved her. Like, me and her got along really well. She was really understanding of, you know, where I was coming from. And it kind of felt like we had the same kind of soul. So I really, really liked her. And I liked the lady who tried to recruit me as well. She was very energetic. She was a Gemini. But I did not like the office. Every time I went in there, it was just cold, and everybody just stared at me when I walked in. No one greeted me. No one was excited or happy. The office, they have all these desks and no one there. Why? So yeah, after them, I went to Berkshire Hathaway, and I was really excited about them because, well, actually, I wasn't. Let me not even get to lying. My mom told me to try there because that was the company that actually sold her house. And she said she had a really great experience with them. But for me, Berkshire Hathaway kind of gave, like, you know, rich, ritzy, stuffy vibes, and I wasn't really about it. But my mom told me to give it a go, so I did, and it was exactly what I thought. You know, the broker she was nice, but she was super, you know, if you work with me, I'm going to need all your time, and you got to be devoted, and I only take on a few people, and we're super particular, just real, like, bougie. And I was just like, girl, like, you would be lucky to have me. But whatever, not gonna get into that one. But she never really discussed numbers with me. She was kind of, you know, shady as far as the splits and all of that went. And I can only imagine that the monthly fees were sky high. So that turned me off from that company. And then my last place that I went to check out was Keller Williams. And Keller Williams, when I first started looking to get into real estate about a year or two ago, and I just never did, they were my first choice. And I just love the fact that they were just huge. Like, any agents I would run across on social media was from Keller Williams. I just saw them. Like, they had a huge market share, and they were very active on social media and things of that nature. And I saw a lot of young agents on there, a lot of people who looked like me on there, and I just really appreciated that. And so I was like, hey, I'm gonna go because this was my first love, so let me go and see what's popping in 2020. So I went there and spoke with the broker. He was okay, you know, like, he was nice, but like, he didn't excite me. But the company did and the office did. Anytime I went in there was a lot of people. It was very energetic, high energy. And Keller Williams also has the #1 education in brokerages. At least that's what they say. That's what they claim. That's what they market themselves on. So, you know, I was willing to believe it. And truth be told, that's who I ended up going with at the end of the day, because I'm just such a people person, and I really thought that it was going to be so fun just to be in that huge office with 140 odd agents, and you know, it was just going to be a good time, and I was going to learn a lot. And I went, and like I said, it was between Howard Hanna and Keller Williams at the end of the day. And like I said, what pushed me over the edge for Keller Williams was just the fact that I liked the energy in the office a little bit more. It felt more natural. But I ended up going with them, and I told myself that I would give them 30 days. They have 30 days to show me what it's all about, make me stay. I did that. And it was cool, you know, like the first week, it was really cool. Like, okay, everybody was super helpful. The Ignite class, which is like a series that they host for new agents, that had just started. So I was going to that every day, and it seemed like it was good. Not only that, but I had gotten a mentor at a different KW office, and she was really, really awesome. I was super, super duper excited about her. And, I just had a lot riding on Keller Williams, but I soon started to realize that things aren't as it seems. My mentor had other agents that she was mentoring, and one of them, you know, was kind of telling me about her process, because she was a new agent at that other office, and how they were doing all these things for her, setting her up and giving her books, and just being super proactive about getting her started to where she needed to go. And I was realizing I'm not getting any of that. You know, I haven't gotten my printer codes. I haven't gotten my key fob. She brought, when we went and we met at Panera for like a little powwow, she brought a huge binder, like a huge binder. I got a piece of paper at my orientation. And not to mention, I was there for 3 weeks before they even told me that we had an orientation to do. I didn't even know that. They went to her and scheduled the orientation for her. They didn't even come to me. I had to come to them and be like, so like, I know nothing. So what's up? You know? And so that just really just turned me off. I was just like, this company is so unorganized. But it was just really, really super unorganized. And I didn't feel like it was all that it cracked up to be. Every time I would go in there, I thought there was going to be all these agents, because there's 140 agents. But those same 10 agents that I saw when I was looking for brokerages were the same 10 agents that were there every day. It was never any new people, any new faces. It was just not where I wanted to be, and I found myself at home. I never went to the office because I did not enjoy it. I did not enjoy the environment. I didn't feel like it was worth even driving there, and that's not good. Like, if you're going to pay these monthly fees to be a part of an office, you should want to be at the office, right? So I left ultimately, and I'm now with eXp Realty. And I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's weird because, you know, I was just complaining about the camaraderie, not having people around to speak to and whatnot. But like, you're still connected. You're still super duper connected. Like, you go into this world and you can talk to anybody and everybody. And there's more people in the world than there were at my office. Not only that, but I'm learning that I like being home and working from home. Like, that's not a problem to me at all. So I just want to quickly go over some of the things exactly to look for when you are comparing brokerages, okay? So, because I don't feel like I was clear on that. You want to know what their split is. Is it 70-30? Is it 80-20? Is it 60-40? Is there a different split when you're under a mentor? Is there an extra split? You want to know that after you want to know the cap. So you want to know, is it a $16,000 cap, $18,000, $20,000, $25,000, $28,000? What is the cap? How much you have to pay out of my commission to you? You also want to know that, well, you want to know what your split is after you cap. Does it turn into a 100% split, or are you required to still pay them? You want to know what your fees are, E&O fees, transaction fees, administrative fees. You want to know what those are. You want to know what your monthly fees are. Is it 60, 55, 65, 85, 100, 150? And what do those fees get you? Are the copies included, or is that extra? Is that 6 cents, 10 cents, 12 cents? How much for black and white? How much for color? You want to know what marketing materials they're gonna include with that price. Are they gonna give you signs? Are you required to buy your own signs? Are they gonna hook you up with some business cards when you get started? What about a name tag? Things like that. What tech do they have? And that's important. KW's like CRM, I hated it. I hated Command with a passion. And you need a company these days in 2020, in the age of technology, that is super adept with technology and gives you everything that you could possibly need. So you need to know what tech is included. And then one of the biggest things I was looking for when I was going for a company is the training. What kind of training are they going to give you? How available are the classes? Who's teaching these classes? Is it brokers, high producing agents, or is it just anybody who volunteers their time? I'm trying to think of what else is super important. No, I think that is about it though. Those are the main things you want to look for. Oh, you want to know how accessible your broker is, okay? Are you going to be able to just call your broker, or do you have to email them? How many agents is your broker dealing with? Is she going to be overwhelmed with how many agents are going to be calling her and contacting her for help? You want to know those things. So that's all that the advice that I can give you as far as finding the perfect brokerage for you. Long story short, really figure out what you want to do, and where you want to be and what kind of brokerage you want to work for, because I spent $100 at Chantel Ray to get that process going. And then I spent $60 transferring my license from KW to EXP. And then $55 for the first month of fees I had to pay at Keller Williams. And then new startup fees at EXP. And so all around, I probably spent $300 or $400 just trying to get to the brokerage where I really wanted to be. So take your time. Everyone wants you, okay? Trust me. They're going to be pitching to you, telling you to come to us. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. You need to feel it, okay? You need to feel it. And not only do you need to feel it, but I say before signing on the dotted line, which is what I would do if I ever decide to change again, spend about a week there. Ask that broker, hey, is it okay if I just come in and sit in on some classes, spend some time in the office, see what you guys' culture is like here, and see if this is a place where I'm going to fit in, and do that and really go, because that'll tell you how comfortable you feel. Are these people welcoming you with open arms? So that is my story. That is my advice. And I hope that this video was informative. I hope that it was added value to your life, to your day, to your week, to your month, to your year. But I'm new too, and I still need a lot of help. So if you do too, please feel free to hit me up, comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I can't believe I haven't said that this whole entire video. Like, I live and thrive off of your likes and subscriptions. And also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, because, girl, they're popping. But yes, y'all, thank you so much for watching and for just giving me the time of day. I love you. See you next time. Bye. Let's see. Yeah, you're an idiot, Luna. And it was... Who was that?